This is Dragonapot, and I welcome you back to my channel. And today we're going to be continuing our video series of The Butcher, the Baker, the Candlestick Maker. Today we're going to be covering villains and their goals. So join with me and let's discuss. First question you want to answer, the first question you want to ask yourself is, who is your villain? What do you need to know about them? Whether this is understanding that your character is a never present or never seen individual, that they hide in the shadows and command from the background? Or are they someone a little more upfront and brute force, as would be commonly depicted with some kind of lizard folk or reptilian entity? Or is it someone with slightly simpler desires, such as would be the case with a troll or marsh creature? Or is it a human who is simply a common thief or someone you're trying to track down for one reason or another? Is your villain someone who is simply there but undetected, that you have to identify who they are? Or are you dealing with, again, something a little simpler, whether this is the natural desire of a spider or insect to seek food, something that they are driven solely by their animal appetites to survive to the next day and to reproduce? Or are you dealing with something that's both simpler and more complex, as would be the case with some kind of an insectoid society? Is your villain someone who is manipulating the larger collective without trying not to be noticed? Or is it that your villain is the head of the collective and their plots are well known within the society, but there's no one there to stop them or to alter the course that they're trying to set? And again, this would be the same situation with your never seen background villain, such as, again, Moriarty or Count Dracula. Their plot is very straightforward. They want control, they want to spread themselves however they may want to. But their goals are control, spread, manipulation, and these are things that you can utilize in figuring out who they are, what they want, to move to the next step. Of course, this next step is very simple. It's, what do they want? What is their ultimate goal? Is it very straightforward and simple, like I said with the spider or insect? Is it simply that they are trying to provide food, either for themselves or those that they see under their care? Are they seeking for knowledge and information, expanding the what they have to draw upon for their knowledge base, as would be the case often with wizards or scholars? Or are you looking at a religious figure that is trying to gain standing either in their own religious order, or is it a deity themselves that is trying to vie in power against another deific being, and it is a war between the two, and you're somehow stuck in the middle with trying to protect those you care about? Or is it an organization? Is it some secret society that is looking to control or manipulate, again, you and your family for their own benefits? Or are they looking for a object or artifact? This can often go hand in hand with either the religious or the secret society figure, that they're after something. They want to unlock some ancient artifact or see into the future or manipulate the future in some fashion. And or are they simply a militaristic form, that they are looking to fight and conquer for one reason or another, whether this is for politics and expanding a kingdom, or are they looking to increase their gold and their financial backing? Or if, again, it's simply a military group, maybe it's a group of mercenaries that are looking for cash and they don't care who they're working for. And that may give opportunity for you to segue into another campaign when you finish the one you're on. That it turns out that they've actually been hired by another kingdom or another group to do what they were doing. And once you know what they want, you can figure out some of the factors of how are they going to go about it. But by knowing what they want, what their goals are, this gives you not only a depth of personality to your villain, you know how they're going to present themselves. You know what they're going to make a priority. If facing down your group does not forward their goals, then they're going to retreat. They're going to withdraw and choose a better fighting environment. If they are at the ritual site where they're trying to raise their deity from his eternal prison, then yeah, they're going to stand their ground and they're going to do everything they can to finish the ritual that's going to then draw their deity or demonic prince, whatever the case may be. They're going to try and summon and free this deity, and you would imagine that they would imagine that the deity would help to protect or guide them against your then attack. Are they going to try and look for calling in backup? Are they going to try and, again, this sets the stage where you can understand by knowing what they want, you can set a priority and how they're going to react in certain circumstances by knowing what their ultimate goal is. What is their priority? Are they trying to claim a victory over you because you have put a halt to their plans so many times? Or is it you're just a nuisance, you're in the way, I have better things to be doing with my time? That gives you a lot of depth and structure that you can then draw on. So that comes to the next question of how are they known? What are they known for? How do they interact with society? Are they an Emperor Palpatine or Roman Emperor scenario where they're controlling society from their seat of political power and manipulation? This would also be the case with a brute force character like Darth Vader, where they are a well-respected advisor or high priest in the society. Are they a military power? Are they a general, a admiral, someone high standing, either as a mercenary group or as a organizational kingdom military group, or are they a private organization such as the Knights Templar, where they are both religious and militaristic, and they have a set goal in mind? Or are they a political or ideological figure such as a theater star or music diva, that they are controlling society from a position of influence in how people see and think about the world? Or are they a religious figure, whether this is a high priest, as I mentioned earlier, advising the king, or are they a deity in and of themselves that is seeking to alter reality, alter the way of politics in their area in order to benefit themselves in some fashion? Are they known for having money? Are they simply a rich merchant that is seeking to pay and bribe and line their own pockets? However, they are going to do this. Again, this would be perfect for Moriarty and a mob boss. They're known for having money, but the ways and means they go about obtaining these funds is somewhat gray area. Or are they some kind of seer or prophet that is able to predict or influence the strings of fate? Or are they some kind of wizard or priest of the old religion that is influencing society with or for magical reasons? Or are they some kind of, again, Moriarty style character where they are a professor, someone learned and understanding, who is simply looking to do things for the betterment of society, or so they say? Or is it someone who is in charge of communications in some fashion and is manipulating the way people view and interact with the world from a standpoint of controlling what they hear and see? This would be a fantastic opportunity for someone to be interfering with the Post or using a sci-fi setting. This would be a communications hub that is censoring letters and communications depending on what they hear so as to manipulate and control the common man that is not smart enough to understand the full gravity of what they're suggesting. Or is it simply a modern setting of the FBI monitoring all communication for signs of social discontents? These are things that you can run and play around with and see what fits. Or the last option here, again, running into the deep Moriarty setting where there's just a voice in the cave, Mr. Nobody. Someone completely unseen, unheard, undetected by those that are not worthy to be aware of them. This would be a fantastic position for a undercover mob boss, or again, Darth Sidious campaign, where this is pre-Empire, when Darth Sidious was pulling strings from behind the seats of power, and it was not until his plans came to fruition that he removed the mask and revealed himself for what he was. These are great opportunities to think, know what they're known for. Or are they known? Are they just a secretive voice that is suspected but not known of for sure? The next point to discuss is, what are their resources? What tools do they have at their disposal to allow them to accomplish all that they're looking to do? Do they have social influence that they are amongst the hobnobbers of society that allow them to change society from the standpoint of laws and rules and restrictions? Or are they drawing from the resource of knowledge? Are they a professor of some variety and they are manipulating from a standpoint of information? Who knows what? How it is known? Or are they, again, some sort of religious figure, whether that's a high priest and they have an entire religion behind them, or are they a deity themselves with vast amounts of deific powers that they can draw on? Or is it as simple as they have an army of minions, however they've managed to acquire them? Do they have some kind of cultural influence, whether this is as a king and ruler or as a high priest in social standing that is central to the culture? Are they a shaman or wise man? Or do they have money? Is it simply that they have the funds to pay for whatever they need, whether that be mercenaries, whether that be they need to accomplish any task, they need to have a hit put on someone? They can do that. They can pay for it to be done. They don't have to lift a finger. These are things to keep in mind of what tools do they have behind them. Again, going to the idea of a high priest, are they able to, again, look to and pray for assistance from a deity to help them accomplish their goals? Do they have a cult-like following that allow them to draw, again, minions to do their bidding, however those minions may take shape? These are things to keep in mind. And remember, not all religions are peaceful. You have, through history, many, for example, demonic cults that they seek to raise their dark lord from the depths to take on and reclaim his seat of glory amongst the stars, where he was cast out for for his perceived rebellion against their rules and restrictions. These are things to keep in mind. And finally, you have the question of what obstacles stand in the way of your villain? What things do they need to overcome in order to fulfill their ultimate goal? Is it literally a wall? Is there a literal wall or a fortress that stands in the way of them accomplishing what they want to do? This is a great example of the case of Sauron or Saruman trying to conquer Helm's Deep in order to get at and conquer the last major undefeated stronghold of men? Or is it a factor of your villain, again, simply trying to prevent them from being discovered too soon? Is it a deity that is standing in the way? Again, this is a fantastic means of if you have a deity on deity disagreement. Are the common folk of the reality stuck in the middle of a family feud between Zeus and Hera once again? Or is it a fight between pantheons? Do you have the Greek pantheon fighting against the Norse pantheon for whatever reason? Are they duking it out and causing mass chaos in the mix? Or is it that they're needing to locate some ancient arcane device or construct an arcane device? And are they missing the final piece to fuel its function? Are they missing funds? Do they not have the money to pay for their for whatever they need to do? Are they trying to figure out how to gain enough capital in order to fund the next part of their scheme? Or perhaps money is the scheme. Maybe the obstacle is they want as much wealth as possible and they just cannot manage it. And in the process are causing everyone and their dog problems. Or is it an individual? Is there someone that they need to locate and bring in? Or are they trying to eradicate everyone fitting a certain description, such as the case with, again, the Sith Lords during the rise of the Empire? They were tracking down and eradicating all of the Jedi. Is there a Yoda or a Obi-Wan that is still hiding out that they are trying to eradicate for one reason or another? Is there a group of wizards or high priests of an old religion that are being tracked down and eradicated? Or do they need a high priest from the old religion and they have been already hunted down to near or full extinction and they're seeking to discover one that can be trained or raised to fulfill the rites to bring them back? Is it a cultural issue? Is there a king or ruler? Is it the king's brother seeking to take the throne before his nephew is comes of age? Is it that they are lacking some critical piece of information, some ancient lore to accomplish their goal? Are they trying to raise a deity, a dark deity that has been imprisoned in some fashion, that they are trapped and they need more information to accomplish it? Do they need to go to a specific location to make it happen, to accomplish their goal? These are all things to keep in mind on when creating your plot. What is your villain's goal? What do they need to overcome in order to accomplish their goals? And how can your players throw a wrench in the works? I want to thank you for joining me today on this episode of The Butcher, the Baker, the Candlestick Maker, and covering villains and their goals. If you've enjoyed today's video, I do hope that you will like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so that you'll be aware of when I post new videos. And please don't be afraid to select the reminder bell so that you get notified when I post new videos. And please, like I said, like and share so that your friends can also enjoy all the effort I put into my videos. And until next time, I hope to see you soon on my next video. This is Dragon in a Pot, signing off.